Hi, I'm Guna Mathivanan. Welcome to Simply Current Affairs. In today's Hitlist topic, we are going to discuss an important, interesting topic, that is biochar. Biochar is a charcoal-like substance. See, when you burn organic material like agricultural waste, forest waste, at a very high temperature, when you burn it at a very high temperature in the absence of oxygen, this process of heating at a very high temperature in the absence of oxygen, that is called as pyrolysis. So when you burn the organic material at a very high temperature in the absence of oxygen, the byproduct is a charcoal-like substance which will be highly porous, which will have a lot of surface area, and we refer this charcoal-like substance as biochar. See, this biochar has numerous applications which we will discuss one by one. See, first is carbon sequestration. See, carbon sequestration is nothing but capturing and storing the atmospheric carbon, in a stable form. Now, how biochar helps in carbon sequestration? Now, imagine these forest waste, these organic material, these agricultural waste. I am burning it in the presence of oxygen. I am burning it. What will happen? This will release a lot of stored carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and that will result in increased greenhouse effect. But now, when we are burning it at a controlled environment, at an absence of oxygen at a very high temperature, what we get is a solid substance which is very stable. So in this solid substance, all the carbon is stored. So if you are burning it just like that, all the carbon will be released. The byproduct will be ash. Now in the pyrolysis method, what happens is we get a solid output, that is nothing but biochar, where the carbon is not released, rather the carbon is stored in a stable form. And this is going to be stable. It is going to remain as that solid charcoal for hundreds of years. So in a way, we are preventing. So if we simply leave, don't forget about burning the forest waste or agricultural waste. Simply leave that. There will be microbes which will decompose it. That decomposition only will be releasing a lot of carbon dioxide. So that we are able to prevent it, right? So this biochar that helps in carbon sequestration. Second thing is, this biochar has a lot of pores. It is highly porous. So when you mix this biochar with the soil, and when you are spraying water, now the soil is going to the soil mixed with biochar. So when you are spraying water, what happens? This biochar is going to hold a lot of water because of its porous nature. So water retention will be high when you mix biochar with soil. And number 3, see, this promotes microbial activity. It is highly porous. A lot of bacteria, they will try to come and settle in this porous charcoal. So this is going to promote the microbial activity, and that is going to help the soil to improve its fertility. So it is helping in carbon sequestration. It is helping in storing the water. It is also helping in improving the microbial activity. That is going to enhance the soil fertility. That is going to improve the agricultural output. And not just that, this biochar reduces greenhouse gas emissions. How, sir? Carbon sequestration we are able to understand, but how greenhouse gas is being reduced, emission being reduced? See, if you take paddy field, rice field is one of the important source of release of methane. Why? Because in the rice field, we will see a lot of water logging. The process of traditional farming, the paddy field will be underwater for a long time. A lot of water will be in the farm field for a longer period. So what happens is, when there is water, when there is huge amount of water in the paddy field, that water will not allow the oxygen to go closer to the soil. Just imagine, so we have soil, now there is water logging, there is water logging. So here is where we have the paddy crops. So usually you will see a lot of bacterial activity, but because of presence of water logging, this water logging will not allow the oxygen, to enter, to go closer to the soil, because this water will act like a ceiling that will not allow the atmospheric oxygen to go closer to the soil. So what happens is, the oxygen dependent bacteria, they cannot survive. But the interesting point or the consequential point is there are certain anaerobic microbes. There are some anaerobic microbes which will thrive in the absence of oxygen. Such anaerobic microbes that will thrive in the absence of oxygen, and that will start releasing a lot of methane. The byproduct of such anaerobic microbes is methane. So this results in methane emission. Okay, you have to understand one thing, that such methane producing microbes will grow only in the absence of oxygen. If there is oxygen, it will not grow. So when your paddy field is logged with water, what happens is these microbes, that is the oxygen dependent bacteria will die. The methane producing bacteria will thrive. Now what happens now when you are mixing charcoal with soil? This soil is containing charcoal. This charcoal is highly porous. So in the porous gaps, a lot of oxygen will be hiding. Okay, even if there is water logging, the soil contains charcoal. The charcoal is highly porous. The porous gaps contains oxygen. That oxygen will inhibit the growth of methane producing microbes. Are you able to understand? So through this, the charcoal also helps in reducing the methane emission from the paddy field. Similarly, nitrous oxide emissions from the farms, that emission will also be controlled if you are going to mix charcoal with soil. And this charcoal will be highly useful in vertical farming. So what is vertical farming? So you would have seen such images or in indoor areas. If you want to grow crops, so what we do is we will grow crops in vertically stacked layers. Okay, so when you wanted to maximize the space and when we want to grow in an indoor environment, so vertical farming is a solution. So when you are growing in such a vertical farming methodology, you need to have a proper growing medium. Okay, just soil alone will not help, because artificially we are trying to create a medium and we are trying to grow the plants. So when you are adding charcoal, that will improve the microbial activity and it will make the vertical farming more successful. Right? I hope you got clarity on the topic. Very, very important from our exam point of view, biochar and its applications. So now, based on our discussion, you set a multiple choice question and give it in the comment section. Right? I will also solve, let others also solve. We were not able to share the hit list for the past 2-3 days because of technical glitches caused by rain and power cut. From now, we will be having continuous videos. Right friends, I will see you tomorrow with another interesting hit list topic. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.